And good morning, everyone. My name is, welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and the like. I don't do crypto, so this is not the channel for crypto. There are plenty of those to check out, though, if you would so desire to learn about crypto. However, we have a little bit to talk about today. Those trades, AI-generated trades I did, closed out, so let's see how they turned out. First, let's get into the risk disclaimer screen because we're talking about real trading, real accounts, and sometimes real money. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I am involved in two prop trading challenges with FXFI out of London and uh, Audacity out of London also. However, I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. I have held NFA registration in the past. Foreign exchange trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. Now, the CFTC risk disclosure goes like this. Foreign exchange trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So we've got that taken care of. Let's see what happens next. Let's go to the... And Henry, the parakeet, the Forex trading parakeet, is also with me today. He's right here. Say hi, Henry. Say hi. So... No, he didn't care about that. Anyway, this is what's going on. This is took a brief shot of the DXY before we got started on this. This is the 4-hour chart. If we go to the daily chart, you can probably see a better, clearly idea of what is happening. And that is, well, quite frankly, all over the place. We do have a weird little wedge coming up right here, which could indicate a stronger turn to the upside. Should probably put a trend line in there. Because now that I see it, that is a very interesting little wedge right there. Let's make it red, since it's a resistance trend line. And it'll be interesting to see if that breaks out. But it is channeling, looks like it's channeling higher, so we could see there could be entering a period of dollar strength. I need to remember that. Dollar strength could be coming into play to dominate the things And here's some news right here. It says the dollar faces more significant falls on Fed independence risks. Now, here's the thing about that. When the mainstream media usually says something, it's usually the opposite happens. For example, if you take a Forex trade from CNBC, trade the opposite. That has been my experience over 20 years of just observing that. The experts in Forex are usually wrong. Usually the exact opposite happens. But here we have another fun little wedge happening. This would be the euro versus the dollar. And now AI, first let's get into this AI thing real quick. Do I still have that up over here? I think I do. Yes, I do. Let's pull up the correct screen for that. And we'll talk about, well, or we can do the profile first. Oh, it doesn't really. Go to my history, and here we go. So, pull this over here, everybody can see it. I used Grok because Grok is supposed to be the best AI out there, and I've used Grok for a lot of coding challenges, a lot of coding, overcoming a lot of coding things. So this is the, I uploaded a couple of charts over the weekend to say, hey, what do you think is going to happen after Friday's downfall, Friday's surge in the EU and the fall in the UJ? And according to this, looked at smart money concepts. So for the EU, said, hey, it's still going to go up. That's the euro versus the dollar, the American dollar, the US dollar. Said it was, hey, don't worry about it. It's still going to go up. First thing I looked at this morning, yesterday morning, was I'm seeing a pullback. Henry's getting my shirt. It's driving me nuts. Here, come on, get out of there. I am my own person. Where's my hat? Here. He doesn't like my hat. But at any rate, said, don't worry about it, it's just going to keep going up. Well, what I know about Forex is that anytime you've got a strong downtrend, you're going to have a pullback of some sort. So let's go back into here, get into the 4-hour. 4-hour chart, kind of make it bigger so we can see what we're talking about. This is Jerome Powell's speech right here. We have almost a 100% retrace on that. Almost a 100% retrace. So EU said, hey, don't worry about it. Come in at 1705 and keep going. Well, 1705 is right here. So if I'd come in and buy what they recommended, 1705, do a buy stop at 1705, and just let the good times roll. Well, that's not what would have happened. What would have happened is that it would have activated here, and then come down 75 pips, which is pretty much exactly what happened. Well, actually, that trade never didn't go in. The EU trade did not go in because I set the buy stop up here at 117.30. Because I was going to say, hey, it's got to overcome that candle before it goes anywhere. Henry's being a bit rambunctious this morning, aren't you? Aren't you, little birdie? Okay, stop it. So again, we've got okay, you gotta go. Nope. Okay, the here's what I'm looking at in the EU and the everything's waiting on the core PCE, which is going to come out Friday, it looks like. That is dangerous. That's not no trade territory unless you can come in and sit in front of the computer and say, okay, on such and such of a time I'm going to trade down, such and such of a time trade up, and trade that range. It is a very significant range though, but it's only 30 pips, so you're not going to be, it's going to be that's going to drive anybody nuts to try to trade that. I'm not going to try to trade that because I have a day job, and the day job makes the majority of my money. Where are you going, Henry? Okay, so but then let's now get back to the AI generated trade. Let's go up to here, and I think you can see it a little bit better. Make sure I'm in the correct account. I think I was showing everybody my live account yesterday. Which would be interesting. If you go to my live account, you can pull me up on my FX book and see that I lost $3,000 in 2022. And according to them, I'm down 99%. Let's see. That was then. This is now. We have trade history, account history down here. All the way down here at the bottom. We lost $500 out of this account yesterday. I set a 50 pip stop loss because I didn't believe in the trade. And I was right. The trade did not go down as expected. And that is what we've got now. Right now we've got the 3-year and the 7-year moving averages going back and forth on that, almost like clockwork. And then we have a 50 on the RSI. That is do not trade territory. That is just not going to, we're not trading that. Now I would like, according to this, oh yeah, look at that. I'm down $3,000 on a $5,000 account, which is still within a reasonable downtime. So that's not terrible. It's not what I want, but it's not terrible. Let's see. So let's see what else is going on. So that was the UJ trade that did come in. I came in about, where was it? I think 147.30 is where I set it. And as you can see, it went down on that candle yesterday. And then, although it has perked back up again, it is coming right back down. But it is respecting this trend line very well. And we see another potential wedge taking place. And this one would, this is a bizarre wedge, but it kind of breaks out a couple of times. And doesn't really give a fun, comfortable direction yet. Unless, again, something's going to happen soon. We're going to have some breakouts coming out soon. And it may be not for a little while yet. We're looking at Sunday. Potential breakout Friday. I think that's when CPE comes out. So something is going to happen soon. Then you can say that about anything. Here's the Great British Pound versus the dollar. it comes up here, I'd get underneath it. That's almost a classic downward wedge. Or is it bearish? I'll have to look it up. What's weird is that with my sources, some will say it'll go up, some will say it'll go down. Let me see what time it is. 7:06. Okay, a little bit more time. Here's the Great British Pound versus the Japanese yen. And again, we're getting some bearish signals here, which indicates a stronger yen. And so does the Japanese bond market. As you can see, the Japanese bond market is outpacing the European bonds and the dollar yields. So that is something to consider. That we're going to have in a period of Japanese yen strength, and here we are showing the yen doing better than the dollar. So we're looking at the downward direction for the dollar today. Wonder when that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens to that. Let's see, what else can we talk about? The Aussie, not my favorite, but possibly we can trade this one day. It's usually going to be when I'm sitting in front of the computer the whole time, which I'm not sure when that's going to happen. And then we have the dollar versus the Canadian, the loonie. And it is kind of taking a little breather from its upward momentum, but I think we can get a possible buy-in here at 138.70. That's actually looking pretty good to continue to retrace, which also indicates for the dollar strength. Gold 33.75, getting in this range again for another test of 3,400 probably at some point. We shall see what happens with that. Again, if they keep talking rate cuts, then we'll see a surge in the metals. And while we're at it, let's just kind of see where we are with that. We'll go to CME Fed Watch. Let's see what CME Fed Watch has to say. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange says that there is an 84% chance of a rate cut. Current rate is 425 to 450, 400 to 425 in September. So they're pricing in a rate cut. That would also send the dollar lower in theory, although we saw the opposite take place with the Great British Pound. So not quite sure what's going to happen with that. I typically do not trade rate cuts because the volatile and the whipsawing is just too much for my little account to handle. Let me see what else is going on. Other than that, I don't see a whole lot going on today. But that's the crux of the whole matter, is that this AI trade is garbage. I do not recommend using AI for trading. It's just garbage. And this is where I stand on my prop trading challenges right now. I'm now down 859 on that one, which is not good. I cannot drop below. I think I forget where I am on that. I have to log into the other account, the other platform, to see where I am. But at any rate, this number is, we got to turn this number around. In that case, we're not going to get into trades that are not showing me exactly what's going on. So I'm down. I've got 4 small trades and 1 big trade right there, which is exactly how you're supposed to trade. Except I would like that bigger trade, my positive trade, to be bigger. But other than that, that's where we stand right now. I'm still active in both of these challenges, both with Audacity here, the $25,000 account, and $15,000 account with FXify or alchemy.eu. Not sure what's going on with that one, but not sure who the initiating broker is on that one. But we're not going to. That's not my business. So with that, I'm going to let you guys have a great one. And if you like this video, then by all means, like and subscribe. And we will see what happens later. Talk to you later. Have a great one.